a chill guy. There's not more to it.
There's really nothing more to it. He's just a really chill guy. And I hope we get to see more of him. Because he's really chill. You know, having him around, it's great.
It's nice. As we will continue to see the Scar in our band, which we love. That's good. Don't give over that champion. Nocturne taken away, which I do think Nocturne is still solid. But it does feel like without the Aurora and the pull, drops a little bit for me and Prio. Sponge, unfortunately, had a really rough game number 1. Got the Pantheon, but wasn't able to make it work. And I think Sponge has been a really good example of a jungler that in Challengers had his moments. And then in the LCK, I think Sylvie also showed this. Like, Sylvie took like, what, a year and a half before he kind of learned what he could and could not get away with in the LCK compared to in Challengers. I think Sylvie in recent time was actually, particularly like the second half of 2024, was fine.
Yeah.
One of the better players on the team. It just takes a while, unfortunately. Like we mentioned, getting called up, you're playing a completely different game. The amount of space that you have, how solid your decision making needs to be, is not comparable, as Berserker is going to get the respect that he deserves after multiple pop-off games now.
Yeah, might also be looking for the first pick Ashe in this case. You know, a lot of other top high-range AD carries taken off the board alongside of the Kalista from red side. But it is going to be the Poppy ban that does come through, and Cassante available means that you just kind of want to lock that in.
You have to as well. You can't give the Dusante away. We saw Claire earlier on still showcase how insane that champion is, and Dudu is definitely one of our better players at it.
Aurora is banned.
I would want to say Rumble, most likely what we're going to see here. That will be locked in. Rel already taken away. Leona as well, which often we do see combined with this pick. So, gonna need an, well, you know what that means, Valdez.
3 games.
3 games!
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Well, we're already committed at this point.
Yeah. We gotta go all the way.
We gotta give the people what they want.
Gotta go all the way.
More Chronicler and
more Atlas.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, a little bit of a flex pick. Could be thrown to Berserker, but, you know, might just be Corki Azir, right? UCal and the Azir player of past might just lock it in. It's good. Although you pick the Ezreal here, so maybe you want to grab your bot lane together. We'll see what they want to go with.
This is something that I've noticed happened in LCK in the past as well, and I don't think Fearless has fixed it for a lot of the teams that are struggling a lot more. I feel like often teams in the LCK that are towards the lower end of the standings just only play standard and then are doing a lot poorer at that. And it makes sense because those are the champions you play most. You try to regain confidence. But I wish that teams would just send it. You know, just take the risk, as the Maokai is, of course, a DRX skin. Not Pioshix, though, funnily enough. The Ashe, I think, makes a lot more sense. I think the Maokai, if they ban it, it's actually a huge win for you. I know you need AOACC for your Rumble setup, but does give away what they're playing, but at this point I don't think it matters that much, as the Corki Ashe is locked in. And if they play a no CC comp with Corki and Rumble, I'm going to be a little...
You're going to be really happy because then we get game 3.
I like how you turned that around, Valdez.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yep, you're right.
Did they like ban Victor Azir here?
Maybe.
You know,
lock a support. The problem is you need CC, so you want to go engage, but you're playing into Braum Ezreal, so you don't want to go engage.
Yeah, Sejuani seemed like the most obvious from the jungle. You know, the Maokai that was hovered could also be looked at here. You think about like other stuff that has a lot of CC from the jungle that we see often. A lot of
that you see often is not a lot. Like, well, there's plenty of jungle champions, right? You can go towards like things like Zac. And, I mean, Pioshik has played multiple games of Rammus.
I feel like Zac is a great call, actually.
Well, the problem, I think, playing Zac into Cassante, Ezreal, and Braum feels kind of bad.
Well, you just jump over the Braum.
Yeah, but then...
I mean, if you're considering between Zac and other engaged junglers, I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, no, I would agree. I mean, yeah, even if things like that are kind of the hybrid area, like Jarvan, but like playing that into Ezreal...
That's what I was thinking about.
just
It's
not-
like, sounds awful.
Not it. But you need CC. Otherwise, people are just going to leisurely walk off of the Rumbles, and it looks like it might just be the Maokai. Champion has not felt great thus far. It's very low on the priority list. But it does what you need it to do, which is lock down a lot of people. And hey, it might be support, might be live playing it. Maybe we're getting...
True.
Maybe, you know, Pioshik or, Pioshik locks in Kindred or Hecarim. I don't know. This guy is...
Hecarim.
Guys,
Two deer.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Especially now that Nidalee comes through, which Sponge, you need a permit for that. You don't have the permit. I'm very sorry to tell you. I can't believe Yone made it through, by the way.
Yeah, remember that, champ?
UCal carry performance, it does feel like that's what DRX need, and on Yone, you definitely can provide that. Oh, no, never mind. Lulu. So this is the problem with Lulu.
Maokai?
Yeah, so Lulu is really, like, it's good into Braum. It's, I think, in general, quite a strong... Oh! I actually love that. Wait, that's so good. Because you have great synergy with the Ashe. You don't fall into the trap of picking Engage into Braum. It's a champion that we've seen live play a good amount of before. It gives you the AoE CC and setup that you need. I actually like this. It's a good pivot. The Maokai and the Corki obviously is not going to make super excited. But I think DN Freaks have a comp that's playable. I would obviously much rather play the DRX comp, but when the nameplates come on and you see Sponge Nidalee, I get a little worried. I don't want to be Valdez.
Yeah.
But it's such a tough champion to make work.
Hopefully he can look at that game one and just be like, wow, I did not have a good game. I'm going to play a different style. There's another chill guy. He's back. So the difference in level in chill is what that sign was talking about.
There's so many.
There's so many chill guys. That's just UCal fighting with just 4 dudes with crowns on their head. It's UCal's signature pose, apparently.
That's a really nicely done Berserker.
Yeah. Best ceremony. Calling for it. Yeah, this comp looks pretty good.
It's good. It's good.
The problem is, like, you know, it works into what you're looking at the other side. But, yeah.
It's just the execution, Valdez.
This comp is much more difficult on the side of DN Freaks. Let's see how it goes in game 2. I'm pretty sure the I don't know if you guys could really hear it, but I think that the cheer that the fans do for the DN Freaks is DN fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure is.
Which makes sense because, you know, instead of DN Freaks, it's like DN fighting.
It's too long.
You just replace it. You don't want to say like DN Freaks fighting, that would be too long. And then you just replace it with a different F word.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
I love the fan chants. I'm so happy that they're always here. And then, when they weren't for a little bit because of the DDoS, we did them ourselves.
Remember when I tried to do them for the season opener and Ox and Wolf just left me hanging?
Yeah, I can't believe they did that.
They're just like, no, it's not a thing. I'm like, what do you mean it's not a thing?
I would have committed right alongside you.
It's because there were fans and they didn't do the chants. So it was like kind of a gray area. As UCal misses his Q on the Raptors. Not a good start here. Even though it doesn't really matter at all. But still.
What are we divining now? This is the signs are bad, Valdez. We're reading the one play.
It's a bad omen, man. I don't know what to tell you. You miss your Q on the Raptors, like, just go next. Like,
just, what do you mean?
Just FF15.
Okay,
that's the solo Q way.
It is actually, yeah, unfortunately. Man, I've had a lot of people go 2 and 15 in my games recently. On either side, not just for me, Unfortunately, the odds obviously are lower because you're on your own team. Dudu, yes, you have help coming. I don't know about walking up there. I did get an okay amount of experience. So, DRX, I think rightly so, go for the lane swap. Great choice. I don't think you want to play the 2v2 against S Seraphine. That's very obnoxious. If you don't know, the biggest thing that makes that lane super obnoxious outside of the sustain and the fact that your poke will just kind of get shrugged off because of the W.
Awkward spot here for Bulldog, but UCal does not use his Q3. I think it timed out.
He's just ice cold, man.
What's
Bulldog.
going on?
He's not, you know, he's playing the 9 loss streak Corki, which isn't ideal. But outside of that, no, going back to the Ash Seraphine interaction, because I think it's a while since we last saw this. Whenever you slow Seraphine E's roots, and Ash obviously has a ton of slows in her kit, most likely, or most notably for W, so it makes for a really oppressive lane. And Ash is already one of the stronger lane bullies that we have, so you don't want to deal with that. Berserker, just in his 1v2 as Ondo and Lazyfield with the level up, really showing a lot of power here. You love to see it not backing down after what was a rough game number 1. And hey, you know, Lazyfield in the last game, he didn't have a built-in escape. Guess what? Now he does.
Yeah, Ezreal feels perfect for him. Although there were times where he could have flashed as well. But
oh, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of what but now you have a flash on a, like, what, 10-second cooldown? It's nice.
Yeah, you know, game 1 jitters out of the way.
It happens. And also, again, he's subbing it, emergency sub. We're never going to go too hard on him.
Just keep in mind that, you know, Teddy is on the
Yo,
Steam.
Shik, that's Nidalee.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe because the Corki is closer, but not really.
I'm pretty sure he did get the big raptor.
Gives the thumbs up. Rich is losing to Berserker's Ash, which it is range versus melee, but that is Cassante. He doesn't lose to anyone.
Taking a bit of a beating here. Lethal tempo. Berserker very happily just bullying Rich. Yeah, I feel like pre-first base, you're pretty good. Once the steel caps are done, that's when that gets a lot more on fun. Post 6 in particular, I think you're really going to struggle. But by that point, I imagine the lanes will be back to where we expect them to be. So we see Sponge heading to... Oh, doo-doo!
Yeah, going on in. That's the stun landed. He's in a bit of trouble. He does have his flash, and you can see Life is trying to block for this, but he takes a massive chunk! And I want to know, right now, did Ondo level his Q? Because he's level 4, and if he has level 2 Q, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Sponge has to flash away. If he doesn't have level 2 Q, but he could have taken it, that would have been a kill.
So
it was
that's
that close.
Finally the proof we're looking for that Ox was wrong all along.
We need it. We need the proof. But to be honest,
Lazyfield could have flashed as well, but he didn't want to run the risk of getting stunned down on the turret. Still, though, Lazyfield and Ondale not taking that as being, as we do have confirmation that he did in fact go level 2 in Q. It still wasn't
so
enough.
It still wasn't enough.
So Ox is right.
Ox wins again. Oh, why is he always right?
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Now he has an extra finger to waggle as well.
No. He always wags his finger at us.
Yoshik playing with reckless abandon, as you would expect from him. And now we have DRX answer UCal into Berserker and Life. He's gonna catch this wave. Yeah, you got to go on and just dip. It's fine. Don't have to keep fighting unless they can isolate a target. Doo-doo does have flash, but Bulldog.
They want the Corki, the flash stun. It should be enough, and it is. The Q3 gets the job done, but the double root comes in. Bit of trouble are the rest of the members of DRX, but it's 5v4, and it's actually DNF that has to flash away the Yone Ulta. It comes in and lines up 2, and it's actually DNF that comes out ahead. I was so excited for them, and it just led to nothing. They got the flashes, though, of the 2 DNF members.
They got the first blood.
Yeah.
That's something.
And they'll get these grubs now as well. Not bad.
Good enough. Well, it's not because they have Nidalee. But, you know, we'll take it. Kill going over to Dudu is unfortunate. Rich dying there is quite painful as we are keeping a running tally. It's 3 Qs at the moment. Levels for Ondale, but you are allowed to go free and then Emax, but we'll see whether that is going to be the case or not. I'm not holding out any hope. And yeah, Bulldog, after what was, I think, a really clean game number 1 where he didn't die at all, ends up overstepping crucially, just gets tagged there by the Cassante W. And then just a second too late on that flash. There was a Suning. I'm pretty sure that was Lazyfield, maybe shouting out his fellow Vietnamese player in SOFM. And then here, that's a really good ult from UCal. And then Rich is like, I'm Cassante, I can tank anything.
He's right.
He wasn't right, by the way, because he died.
Even though he couldn't do it in that moment, he's still right.
No,
because he's Cassante.
He died!
Yeah, but he can still tank anything. Because he's not quite Skarner, which I'll give you that. Like, he's not quite Skarner. But he still can tank anything.
If they play that a bit cleaner, they don't have to give up the kill, though. Because now, you know, you have Dudu, who is the sole IP source on the team, gets a freebie.
Yeah, and a Fed Rumble is a problem.
Yeah.
You have like Nidalee heals and stuff, but there's not a whole lot of MR that's going to be built on Nidalee, Yone, and Ezreal.
What's Piyushi going to build? I'm kind of wondering as well. Is it just tank Maokai, or are you going to go like support items? Because you're not going to be able to keep pace with Nidalee when it comes to farm. Let's see. Lazyfield also, thus far in that fight, looks a lot better, you know, actually gets to play further forward, not be worried. They are losing a ton of blades to this 2v2, and Rich is trying to answer it the best he can.
Yeah.
But it's as Sharaphine, like, what are you going to do? Not a whole lot, unfortunately.
Lose turret plates, I guess.
There you go, yeah, it's Locket. So it's just going secondary support. Oh, like this. There's no vision towards the top side. Dudu knows that there might be an imminent Nidalee gank and just says, I'll just go up the wave. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Oh, Bex gets cancelled, though. That's big. He doesn't have TP just yet.
Yeah. It's a pretty low cooldown. It's not, like, incredibly low, but it's pretty
fine.
low.
Yeah.
And you just know you're winning elsewhere, so you might as well just try to not lose up here.
Oh, Pierce gets spotted. Spots Sponge as well. So we have both junglers with world skins here. Very cute. Man.
What if we keep going with League to the point where every single champion has a world skin?
That's going to take so much time.
Yeah, but like we have like the next 2 years at least planned. You know, like.
Yeah, but it's only five at a time.
How many champions have a world skin?
Well, the problem is you have a couple of double ups, right? Like Lee has multiple. Is he the only one with multiple? I think there was another champion. Rakan. Yeah, of course, because you have,
Kai'Sa's only one, right?
Yes.
Jackie-Love?
Yeah, Kai'Sa's just IG. I think that's it, but that's, even that, like that alone sets you apart. Jhin.
Yeah,
because we have the Domon Jhin, and then we have SKT Jhin.
Yeah.
It's hard, Valdez.
I think we'd probably also need Fearless at Worlds.
That actually is probably that would do it.
Yeah, in order to get more variety potentially.
If you want an international, in case you haven't listened to our amazing explanation, you want a tournament internationally with Fearless that is now real, wasn't before, is now, is going to happen in Seoul soon.
Here.
Soon, kind of.
Soon, relatively kind of soon.
Yeah.
Not like next week soon, but like maybe, you know.
Like a month and a half.
Couple months down the line. It'll happen. It'll be fun. We are looking to fight over some grubs.
We're poking. TPs are coming in.
All three with the DRX.
Neither team has great engage, so we're going to be a lot of this.
I mean, the poking from the side of the Ashe and the Seraphine is very obnoxious.
They have healing as well.
Yeah.
And Corki?
DRX also has healing. As we do have the arrow go into Ondil, he's pretty much out of the fight, has to go for the ult, but that just baits Bulldog into a rough spot, but he's so tanky somehow, they don't have damage to kill a Corki. He lives, but actually it's Dudu who pays for it, trying to go 1v3. Bulldog, no! Takes a massive spear, and everybody's super low on the side, and another spear is gonna hit Bulldog. He just can't dodge anything. And Berserker now, he's got a front line. He's trying to push forward. And it's 1-for-1 on the grubs. Sponge, at least we know he can land some spears.
Oh, this fight is the opposite of clean, Valdez.
Oh, very nice.
It's grimy!
Twisted advance underneath the Yone Q. Beautiful stuff. Oh, the little treant. Oh, well, okay.
Oh my god, that would have actually been perfect encapsulation of a fight if Sponge steals that.
Yeah.
So takeaways, Dudu thought he was way more fed than he was. So if you know, a Rumble not quite hitting the Huni mark hurts you, please look away. Because this fight looks so good. Andil flashes straight into an arrow, and then DN Freaks get kind of baited in. And then here Dudu goes into Sponge and Lazy Field, but that's Nidalee and Ezreal, so like they just leave his ultimate and he just dies. Then we have Bulldog staying alive despite everything. Him getting, as you pointed out, hit by the spear. Ridge tanking way more than he did last fight, but crucially the damage dealers are still alive, and Sponge's heals in these longer fights actually end up making a pretty big difference. Yone is also still here. There's another spear hits there. And then I actually love Pioshi preemptively through that E. And this is not the cleanest fight by either team. It's who's it even a win for? I don't know. They got what, two grubs for one side, one for the other. Yeah, DN Freaks got one and DRX got two. What is the sum situation? Better, I think, for DNF, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know, Veldis. This game's froze me.
By one flash.
Yeah. Yeah, on those flashes, kind of whatever though.
Yeah.
Because he is Braum.
Because he's just gonna flash in the arrow.
That was, yeah. It's not the ideal start, but Sponge.
Oh, the burst combo.
Oh, okay.
It just reminds me of Chronicler's story.
As I was talking about, Sponge is trying his very best. You know how you have, you know, your driver's exam? This is actually his Nidalee exam.
Yeah.
This is, he needs to win this game to be allowed. And that previous fight, him, that's a pass.
Yeah.
But he needs to win the game. Because winning these fights is not that hard. Comparative to actually winning a game with Nidalee.
That's true, yeah. I mean, the spears.
The spears were good. The heals, the traps, those were staying alive, baiting in. Dudu, that. Oh, I don't know how much of that was Dudu baiting himself, but
Sponge is playing the Kenyan skin, right?
he is, yeah.
The spears are like kind of light blue.
In the river,
which is the color of the river.
It is, yeah. It's also, maybe you get a little bit of the power of Kenya whenever you play it.
It's not the exact same color, but it can kind of fly under the radar a little.
There is a lot of stuff you need to dodge as well from either side, because you have Q free from Yone, Braum Qs, and then Lazy Feel and Sponge are obviously the main part of the poke. And then on the other side, you have mostly Bulldog and Berserker, but even a life E can ruin your life. You have Dudu firing off harpoons. Lazy Feel take a bit of a hit, but not going to be the end of the world for him as Andil keeps him safe. But yeah, the next fight is going to have to be a lot cleaner as Pioshik wins another smite. Ramises it up, walks past his alpaca friend, and we'll be getting out with the blue buff.
He's getting all the blue buffs in this game with the blue skin. That's all I have. That was it.
It's Juon's skin. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, no.
It's part of the DRX 2022 story.
It is,
It's
yeah.
wonderful.
Good old Juon. Well, we have a Rift Herald live. We also have this Ocean Drake that everybody has just ignored. Could be one of the times. Okay, arrow comes in. Andil did have flash, but he's just going to tank it up.
That is Braum. Yeah, we oh. Even without, and actually he has the flash now. As far as engaged targets go, it's just not ideal. It's just not what you want, Valdez.
Yeah.
That's the problem, though, as I was saying earlier. I think as good as Ashe is, you have Lazy Field who can buffer, has cleanse, you have Andil who's Braum, and then you have two hypermobile carries, and then you have Cassante who can just straight up face tank it. So it is hard to get value. Neither team has great engage, which is why these fights, I think, look so deeply funny, as they just stand there both looking at you and go,
yeah.
My poke's better.
It's like engage Braum versus engage Maokai. It's like so cursed. Like, we don't want to see that
really
at all.
Is. And then on one end, you have Life, obviously, with his W, is able to heal up a good amount, and then Sponge on the other.
Yeah.
If they had another AP source, I'd be like, Sponge, just go heal Nidalee, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, get Moonstone, get Redemption, just provide that value. As Lazyfield does not have mana.
But that's
also
Maokai
no damage.
with a locket.
It's not Maokai.
It's okay, he was just delaying his back. Calculated.
He did do that. Now they're pinging, and he doesn't have... It's good.
I feel like he was going to get the Drake anyway, but yes.
Yes, I think
It is good.
Based on the back timers, yeah, no, they were going to get it anyway. You're right.
Feats of Strength do go over to DRX. They got the first blood. They got the first turret.
It's the first dragon 18 minutes in.
Yeah. It's just ignored. We've had a lot of Ocean Souls couple today already.
Well, not now. What are you feeling? Cloud again? I haven't had Chemtech in a while.
I forgot that Chemtech existed. I feel like we just never see it anymore. Maybe they forgot to add it to this season.
Sponge is really hitting these spears.
He didn't hit that one.
He did.
Red buff was being pulled away. And with Rumble here, Sponge still, he's desperately trying to get one of these buffs and he's just not allowed. And he's losing them to a Maokai.
This is also, I don't like this. This is putting Pyosik in his comfort position. That man, I think, really levels up when you can see him torment other players. You know, the Ramasimo,
it's him and Peanut, those
they
two.
really both thrive in the chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canyon does not, he wants to play a clean game of League of Legends. He wants to make the right decisions,
Yeah.
carry fights. He's not an agent of chaos the way that Pyosik is. Maybe it's in the name, you know, Pyosik Peanut. Maybe that's something. I don't know. Ever thought about that?
No, no, I haven't.
How about now?
Yeah, you put the idea in my mind. I don't know. Do we have any other junglers that start with P?
Don't think so.
Well, that's an arrow. That's going to get the cleanse out of Lazyfield.
That's nice.
Yeah. Lazyfield just kind of hops away. Maybe an opportunity onto Bulldog? No, it's just you, Cal.
So, Valdez, when it's the age-old question, right, of immovable object versus unstoppable force.
Yeah.
But what if both objects are immovable because neither of them can move into each other and they just both sit there?
Immovable object versus immovable object.
Yes, and they just both sit there.
Well, that's just the LCK.
Yeah, but they just
sit there.
They just
don't do anything. You should be used to this.
I
by
don't
now.
know, but like not every game is this immovable. I think a lot of games we meme, but are actually very movable. I just watched DNF. Got what, like 20 kills? Just massacred our opponents.
They did do that. Yeah, it was like 23-3.
Yeah.
D plus Kia did it as well.
Yeah.
In the first series. But not this game. This game is different. This is a classic.
It's just gonna go on forever, isn't
It's
it?
just a throwback.
Okay, what's it gonna be? Like 45-minute Elder flip? Because I don't think we've seen a single Elder yet because of how the games have played out.
Yeah. Not a lot of
even in like
souls.
because we had the like Rion went to a couple of 45-minute games,
Yeah.
right? But I don't even remember there being. They might have gotten Elder, but I don't think there was any flipping happening.
No.
Which we do have.
We have seen Elder before. Like a
Yeah,
team
no,
has gotten Elder buff.
Yeah, but it felt like at that point, like I was after a fight when they'd already won
Yeah.
the game. But I think that's where we're heading. That's how this game is feeling. Watch as I say that Voracious Otacon just getting taken by a team for free and then they just win the game. That could happen as well.
They're behind, but it doesn't matter because they have double lives and they dive, they kill the jungler, and they force Baron at 25 minutes.
I like that. Could see it happen, Valdez. Could very well be the world that we live in.
It could definitely happen. I mean, you know, you catch Maokai at a position or a Nidalee, and you're just like, well, we're going to 3 games. So in this case, it's a Maokai. You catch Pyosik at a position after all 5 of you dive the turret.
So obviously, on one end, we have do not fight. But the X is really throwing me. Because if it was like a C, you could do doesn't really care about
Definitely
fighting.
restricted xylophone.
I'm gonna hit me with the xylophone, man.
Because this is the only word that starts with X. You didn't, I guess maybe your kids' books were a little bit different, but you like have the alphabet book, right? And X is always xylophone because it's like
There's not a lot of that's
just not a lot of words that start with X.
and Dutch is the same actually. Well, you pronounce it differently, but it's the same.
Yeah. How do you pronounce xylophone in Dutch?
Xylophone.
Xylophone. Okay, that one's good. Dude,
Flash
actually,
was forced.
yeah.
That's big.
Turret down. Some gold into the pockets of DRX as they slowly but surely pick apart the map with their insane macro ability.
It's all calculated, Valdez.
It's calculated.
We are following a strict game plan that shall not be deviated from.
Especially when Dudu just came out of his own jungle and was like, oh no, there's a Yone there. I guess I have the flash.
But we're 23 minutes in and we're on dragon number 2.
Yeah, there's so much time for more dragons. We have so much extra time.
Watch it be Chemtech Drake as well. So neither team
It
like,
definitely
we don't really
should
care
be,
that
because
much.
Ox fell asleep already, and
He's not paying attention.
We're going to game 3.
It just feels inevitable, doesn't it?
As we know, yeah, of course. Trying to actually fight for this Mountain Drake.
I'm just still thinking about what joke we can make with DRX.
I thought mine was
Doesn't really explain. I don't know why they not fighting.
Yeah, we need better X words.
I don't have any.
I really can't.
I'm trying my best.
One.
I'm sure there's one that we're not thinking.
I mean, if you go into like a dictionary, there's definitely a lot, but it's just not colloquially used, right?
Okay, wait. I'm gonna wait for this dragon.
Even xylophone.
And then we're gonna give it some thought, and I'm sure we can come up with something.
The only other word that comes to mind is the name Xavier. That's it.
Yeah, okay, but we can do explain, even though it's an E. It
That
starts.
Not... Oh yeah. Okay. You could. Yeah.
Right, like we need to do something here. We're going in.
We're going in. Oh, he just moved out of the way and let the arrow hit Lazy Field.
Andil, you're brom. Just eat it.
He's like, no, I'd rather just burn your cleanse instead.
That's fine. They don't need that cleanse.
Pixel? Oh, it's Infernal.
Wait, that's a relevant dragon.
It is. The issue, I think, is, though, that they each got a dragon apiece, and the teams aren't really fighting big-time over dragons so far. We'll see if they actually fight over some Infernal Drakes. Hopefully we can create some action. We have, now, Baron spawning, right? 25 minutes. So there is still the chance that you just rush down an Otacon into a dive, kill the jungler, and take the Baron play. That's still on the cards.
I'm still thinking, Valdez. I'm sure there's something that we can't quite... I'm like, what about excommunicated? You know, can do something dramatic with that? I don't know. But... like diving, something with an R.
Yeah, but they're definitely not diving.
That's my point!
They can't be diving.
But a diving is what's excommunicated.
Yeah. Or maybe,
you're not allowed to dive.
Yeah, that's true. Diving, restricted, and excommunicated.
Boom!
There you go. Easy.
That's it.
Yeah.
I knew it was there. We found it.
They're going to do it. They're just going to do the... Oh, wait. No, they're playing against Ashe. Okay, never mind.
Wait.
Or maybe they're just still going to do it?
No, they're gonna spot them on the wards and the traps, and they're gonna peace out. There we go.
Shoom, says Ashe as he throws it. Wow.
That's a big spear.
Ow.
Wait, he walked back into it.
You walked the wrong way.
That's fine. They have redemption. We have W on life.
Yeah,
It'll be okay.
He was definitely walking that way to get into redemption.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was. Like probably
on
comms. They were like redemption. He like tried to get close to the Seraphim. You know.
All right, Yukel. This time does hit the Raptors.
Why did Yoshik tank that? He's just taking it for no reason. The spears have been great.
Well, but like, you have a Seraphim.
Yeah. The Sponge Nidalee test has been going
DRX,
well.
Just force it. Just force it. They don't fight. He's going in.
Engage Maokai. Oh, the encore is beautiful too when the roots come through, but where's the damage? They're not there, and down goes Yoshik. He is nowhere to be found. And more roots though out till no! He is going to get rooted up and equalize.
Are you No.
And now it's 4v4.
There's no way. They're just going to have to give it up. Wait, the TP? Risk and TP behind them? No, they're going to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, there's no jungler here for DNF, so...
Oh, Ondale is a lot of their safety, though. Oh, yeah, they're going to try and play for the fight. They have to, I think.
A lot of damage coming through.
Lazy?
Oh, he went in as some roots coming in, and that's Cassante. Rich trying to do his best. He will get on top of Bulldog, and that should be enough to take down the Otacon. DRX will pick it up, so they've got the buff. And maybe it just do the Baron as well.
Diving is no longer restricted, Valdez. They went in there. And now DRX get themselves the Otacon, get themselves Baron, and this is why we haven't seen Elder Soul in so long.
Elder Soul.
Yeah, Elder or Soul. As we take another look here.
Yes.
So this is the problem, is that that's probably the best engage that you have. But even with the charm hitting, there's just not enough damage.
He kind of ulted the wrong way, too.
It just... But even then, like, actually getting on top of Lazyfield when Braum is anywhere near him is just so hard. And also, what's the actual follow-up from the rest of the team? It just isn't there.
Dude, it wasn't there.
Exactly, because he joins as the play is happening. So just not quite with the right time. And then I think this is great from Ridge. Just start the fight. You're a member up. They don't have their Maokai. They don't have the CC that they need. And now DRX, they're doing what we wanted, Valdez. They are bringing us to a game number 6. It's happening.
It was always meant to be, as it was foretold.
Sponge, he's earning the Nidalee card, let me tell you.
I love it because they have the buff, so just trying desperately to force some kind of fight, and DNF...
Take that cone! Take the cone! He's not taking the cone, Valdez.
He might.
Yeah!
He has his Arcane Shift back up, so you can. And all you needed was Otacon, and I guess Baron too, that helps. And it looks like they might just look to end the game. 47 seconds on this Otacon buff. Little engage onto Cassante, as Kosik remembers that champion can tank literally anything. Engage now on a Pyosik. Yeah, he's super caught out. Just nothing he can do here. That Maokai not tanky enough. And DRX looking good in a slow and a bit sleepy of a game number 2.
20 seconds still in the buff. But even if they don't end the game here, the gold lead now completely insurmountable. I don't think there's a way for DNF to really do anything. They can probably get some of these revives. The Nexus turrets might respawn.
Yeah, we might get to see that.
Maybe.
No, we won't.
Not happening.
The Sponge kind of ran out of mana. Are they even going to get the Nexus? I don't know. Okay, they barely do. And they had revives. They were fine, but like that could have gotten a little bit dramatic. DRX will pick up game number 2 and prove that they are here to play, and they will not just go down as an easy win for the DN Freaks.